What is the name of the President of the United States now?
Joe Biden.
What is the political party of the President now?
The Democratic Party.
What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
Kamala Harris.
What is an amendment?
A change to the Constitution.
Who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
When was the Constitution written?
1787.
Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
What did Susan B. Anthony do?
Fought for women's rights.
Who was president during World War I?
Woodrow Wilson.
What does the Constitution do?
Sets up the government.
Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
American Indians.
Name one state that borders Mexico.
California.
What is one reason colonists came to America?
Religious freedom.
Who is in charge of the executive branch?
The President.
Who signs bills to become laws?
The President.
What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Nancy Pelosi.
Name one right only for United States citizens.
Vote in a federal election.
What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
What are the two major political parties in the United States?
Democratic and Republican.
What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Serve on a jury.
When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
April 15th.
What movement tried to end racial discrimination?
Civil rights movement.
When must all men register for the Selective Service?
At age 18.
Who did the United States fight in World War II?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
John Roberts.
How old do citizens have to be to vote for president?
18 and older.
Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy?
Vote. Join a civic group.
Where is the Statue of Liberty?
New York Harbor.
There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Citizens 18 and older can vote.
The House of Representatives has how many voting members?
435.
What did Martin Luther King Jr. do?
Fought for civil rights.
Who vetoes bills?
The President.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
What does the President's cabinet do?
Advises the President.
What is one right, or freedom from the First Amendment?
Religion.
Who makes federal laws?
Congress.
What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful?
Separation of powers.
What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
What is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Name one branch, or part of the government.
Congress.
What is the rule of law?
Everyone must follow the law.
What does the judicial branch do?
Reviews laws.
What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
The Senate and House of Representatives.
Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military?
The President.
What did the Declaration of Independence do?
Announced our independence from Great Britain.
The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
Who does a U.S. Senator represent?
All people of the state.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Liberty, pursuit of happiness.
What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Vice President.
Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
To print money.
We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years?
6.
What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of expression, freedom of speech.
Why do some states have more representatives than other states?
Because of the state's population.
What is the highest court in the United States?
The Supreme Court.
We elect a president for how many years?
4.
We elect a U.S. representative, for how many years?
2.
What major event happened on September 11, 2001, in the United States?
Terrorists attacked the United States.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
Civil War.
The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
James Madison.
If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Speaker of the House.
In what month do we vote for president?
November.
What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
U.S. diplomat.
Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Cherokee.
Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Because there were 13 original colonies.
What ocean is on the west coast of the United States?
Pacific Ocean.
When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4th.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4th, 1776.
Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery.
Name one U.S. territory.
Puerto Rico.
What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Obey the laws of the United States.
What ocean is on the east coast of the United States?
Atlantic Ocean.
Name two national U.S. holidays.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
What is the economic system in the United States?
Market economy.
What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
Name one state that borders Canada.
Alaska.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
Freed the slaves, Emancipation Proclamation.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
The Louisiana Territory.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s.
World War II.
What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Freed the slaves.
Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States.
Mississippi River.
Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because they didn't have self-government.
Name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
The Civil War.
There were 13 original states. Name three.
New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey.
During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States?
Communism.
Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there is one star for each state.
What is freedom of religion?
You can practice any religion, or not practice a religion.
How many U.S. senators are there?
100.
Who was the first president?
George Washington.
What happened at the Constitutional Convention?
The Constitution was written.
Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states?
Provide schooling and education.
What are two cabinet-level positions?
Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Education.
Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Answers will vary. District of Columbia residents, and residents of U.S. territories, should answer that D.C. or the territory, where the applicant lives, has no U.S. senators.
Who is the governor of your state now?
Answers will vary. District of Columbia residents, should answer that D.C. does not have a governor.
Name your U.S. representative.
Answers will vary. Residents of territories, with non-voting delegates, or resident commissioners may provide the name of that delegate or commissioner. Also acceptable is any statement that the territory has no voting representatives in Congress.
What is the capital of your state?
Answers will vary. District of Columbia residents, should answer that D.C. is not a state, and does not have a capital. Residents of U.S. territories, should name the capital of the territory.